It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday again, it's Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday again.
Are you ready?
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
A very good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, this Friday afternoon. Well, what a beautiful day here in Almeria today. We're having a heat wave this weekend. More about that coming up a bit later on in the show. Big thank you to John Alex, keeping us entertained this afternoon. Thank you, John. Well, on my show today, a bit more about that heat wave expected this weekend. It's already pretty nice out there today. And on my show, a special today as well, Remembrance Sunday, this Sunday, remember. And I'm going to give you a personal remembrance show today and some great music, kicking us off today with a bit of Jerry Lewis.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain.
They're great balls of fire.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright.
It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend.
The comment section is open. Chat live to the DJ right now via our website.
And here he is, the legendary David Wright.
Yeah, so come and join us. The comment section has rebooted, it started again. So come and join us, keep me company for the next hour. Loads of tips and advice on living and working in Spain and some great tunes as well to get you in the mood for the weekend. So hi in the comment section already. We got Guy and the Boston crew. Hi Simon, your song up next, mate. And John Olos G, welcome to the show. So come and don't be shy, come and say hi to me in the comment section. So about this weather, we've got a heat wave here at the moment in Almeria on the southern coast of Spain. The temperatures are set to soar again this weekend, as high as 22-26 degrees tomorrow. Hottest day, Sunday pretty good as well, around 24-25. It's already 23 here at the moment in Retamar where I am, and it's going to be a lovely sunny day all over the weekend. So what's it like where you are? Let us know in the comment section now. Okay Simon, this one's for you. That was a Dream Academy there, live in a northern town. That one's for you, Simon, in your northern town.
Live.
David Wright. David Wright.
David.
The afternoon show. It's Friday, and that Friday feeling, getting you into the mood for the weekend.
Yeah, it's a lovely weekend. It's going to be fantastic. The weather's amazing here. Not like what you got there in England. It's freezing cold there here. Lots of rain. I think the rain stopped in the UK now at long last. But yeah, it's lovely, warm and dry. Haven't had any rain here in Almeria for about 2 months now. I think we had a bit of a damp night one night. It was a little bit of a spitting rain. Tiles were a bit damp in the morning, but that's about it. Really, really dry here still. That's what it's like here in Spain. Lovely weather to be in. Okay, so more tips and advice coming up a little bit later on in the show. Time for a Spanish one now. Bit of tragedy from the Bee Gees there.
You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
Well, what about this new hypersonic plane then that can travel at 6,000 miles per hour? Yep, there's an American company that are developing this new supersonic plane that's going to be doing passenger flights from Madrid to New York in under 90 minutes. Yeah, that's amazing. Under 90 minutes, 6,000 miles per hour, flying at ultra high level altitude. This is a plane that's been developed now, and it's going to be in test flights in USA as soon as early part of next year. There's already flights from Malaga to New York at the moment. There's daily flights there, direct flights every day and return from Malaga to New York. So this is going to give them a run for their money if this gets they go ahead for next year. So yeah, 6,000 miles an hour. Would you fancy that one? Okay, so Remembrance Sunday, this Sunday, and 11th of the 11th tomorrow. But I'm going to do a bit of a personal remembrance for a tribute to the fallen heroes, and that will be coming up right on.
And San Juan.
Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. You're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright. Okay, so I want to give you just a little personal story now about the Remembrance, and it's about a personal story about my dad. Now, my dad died about 14 years ago after living an amazing life, and he was a volunteer in the Second World War. He served as a gunner in a rear gunner in the Lancaster bombers. Now, the Lancaster bombers were the biggest planes in the British had in the Second Second World War, and he had 36 missions over enemy territory, and at the age of just 19. Now, that's six more missions than they were obligated to do, and he was shot down twice and survived both of these, continuing to fly until the end of the war. He was my best friend, my mentor, and he helped encourage me with all my crazy hobbies, and he also gave me lots of advice and help with moving to Spain and encouraged me to go for a better life here in Spain. Now, life for him in World War II was pretty hard. The plane was 7 crew members on the Lancaster bomber, and his missions over Germany were in the night time mostly. Now, on that crew of 7 men, the eldest was just 20 years old, and that was the pilot. Now, something to remember here is none of his crew members had a driving license, but they all knew how to fly a plane over to Germany. And just think about that. What does a 20-year-old do today? Anyway, Bomber Command had the highest losses of all in the World War II, with around 60,000 men killed. That's almost 50-50 chance of coming back alive. Now, some of the figures from Bomber Command, out of 100 men on the planes, 56 would be killed in action, around 3 would be injured, and 12 were taken prisoner, and about 2 were shot down. Only around 27 out of the 100 men on average would survive the missions. Now, 30 missions was around the limit of a tour, and my dad did 36 of these missions and survived. And on my dad's deathbed, I remember he was in hospital with my mum, and he was sitting up in bed drinking a glass of whiskey, and he was quite happy with his life, telling me all about how he was so glad he'd done all the things he had done, and that whatever I wanted to do was just to go for it and make sure I lived life to the full. And that has always stuck with me, and that is why I will always remember him, and we should always remember these heroes. So this one's for you, Dad. That was the Eagles there, and Already Gone.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's The Right Way with David Wright.
So if you've been to the airports here in Spain recently, you might have seen some of these new scanners, these new 3D scanners that are starting to come into play here in the Spanish airports. And these are designed to pick up liquids and electronics and stuff like that. So starting from January next year, these are being rolled out across all Spanish airports. I think the Canaries are the year later. So, but this coming year, you will start to see more of these scanners. And this means that you won't be stopped from taking liquids in your hand luggage or taking out your laptops anymore. So that's a great idea. And these scanners are coming in now. Some of them are already in some of the bigger airports. I hear that Malaga have got them in already, and they're rolling them out across all the airports starting in January. Come on, you're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright, and we're here, Radio 107.5 FM. It's warm, sunny Friday afternoon. Going to be a great weekend. Heatwave is here. It's already starting to warm up very nicely here in Almeria. What's it like where you are? If you're in the UK, I think it's a bit colder over there. But yeah, 25, 26 possibly tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to that. Might have to open up my pool bar again tomorrow. I gave you my top 3 tips about living and working in Spain. Some things I get asked a lot here. And also today, one more tip. Something else I was asked yesterday, just as yesterday, and I also get asked this more than anything else, apart from finding work in Spain, which seems to be a very popular question at the moment. But yeah, buying and selling property here in Spain, there's one thing you can do to make sure that your property has done the proper checks. Now, when you employ a solicitor here or an estate agent, they don't always do these checks, and it's something that you can do, and I recommend you do highly to make sure before you lose any deposits. Now here in Spain, when you say that you found the place and you want to go and put a deposit down, you normally put down between 2,500 to 5,000 deposit, and if you pull out for any reason, like if you find out something you don't like about that, and if you pull out of that, then you will lose all of that deposit. If the buyer decides to pull out of it, he has to pay you double that back. So say you put down 2,500 and the buyer finds somebody else a better buyer, he's got to give you back 5,000 euros. Now, something you can do to make sure you can get this property, for example, some time ago when I found a place that I really liked, I did a lot of checks on the place, made sure it was really what I wanted. I was 100% sure on this. So we put down a big deposit on the property, which made it very difficult for the owner to gazump us or to get another buyer in or anything like that. So yeah, the checks that I did and what I recommend everybody doing, it's free to do. You go to your town hall, your local council offices, ask your town hall if you don't know where these are, and you go to speak to the planning registry officer and you ask about that plot, that house, that apartment, whatever it is. Every building in Spain, a plot of land, apartment, house, has to be registered with a plot number, and that's even if it's a plot of land or if it's an actual apartment in a block. If you can't get the number from the estate agent or the owner, they should give it to you by law here. There's no reason why they shouldn't, but if you can't get it, you can sometimes get the number from the address of the property itself. Go to the planning registry officer and ask him about the property. Tell him you're thinking about buying it, what the rules and regulations there. Is it what it says? Is it a 4-bedroom property, or have they had rooms built on or a swimming pool added without permission? Things like that. It will even tell you if it's got a mortgage on the property, if it's got debts on a property, and who the mortgage is with and how much for. You can find out all this information completely free at your land registry officer. And the offices are open to the public in the mornings. They close around 2 o'clock and that's it for the day. They don't go back in the afternoon. If you don't speak pretty good Spanish, I would say take somebody with you that does. Pay them, you can take someone with you, pay them 20-30 euros to go with you and interpret. It's quite basic Spanish. It's easy to make them understand, and this is completely free to find this information out, and they are quite helpful there, and it's your right to find out about this property before you buy. So yeah, it's a great way of making sure that the property is what it says and you won't lose your deposits. That was the Cardi B version there from Bruno Mars. Okay, so up after my show, it's Rob Mack, and this is a little bit about what's coming up.
Playing the latest.
This is Almeria Radio, sponsored by Albox Insurance. Award-winning agents with offices in Albox, Mojaca and San Juan. You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
And then Hungry Like the Wolf.
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's The Right Way with David Wright.
Join me, Nikki Noodles, every Sunday for a dolly mixture of music and fun to wake you up before you go-go. You can even play along and guess the theme of the show every Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
Wake me up before you go, to leave me hanging on like a yo-yo.
Well, thanks Ian for joining us there, and Ray at Inspired Team. I can't put that song in for you at the moment. It's just about the end of my show now. I'll be back same time, same place next week. And remember, if you want any of the information links, all you need to do is go over to the Almeria radio station, click on the drop down menu on the right hand side there, and you'll see a link to my page. That's The Right Way with me, David Wright. And on that page there's links to the information page where I give out all the information to all my shows here. There's links to stuff I give out to here on the shows. All the information is there. There's loads of tips and advice, and also my top experts here, including the Honorary British Consulate of Almeria, a top lawyer and a top financial expert. You can have a free consultation with these people if you go over there and use my links on the show there. Remember, you can also email me here at the station. That's david@almeriaradio.live, david@almeriaradio.live. Or to go and find out all the information and all my books, my links and everything else, go over to davidwrightonline.com. That's davidwrightonline.com for all the information. Well, thanks very much everybody for joining me. I'll be back, as I say, same time, same place next week. Up next, it's the 5 o'clock hit mix with Rob Mack. I'll see you next week.
That's all, folks.